Yo, 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 you're back. I'm your host, Paco, and you're listening to Occupy the Media. So yeah, Rick Santorum dropped out. Ron Paul still packing crowds. We're going to do it again today. If you're in Rhode Island coming up here, Ron Paul will be at the University of Rhode Island. That is going to be on Wednesday, April 18th. That will be from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. Again, that's 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. You can go for more information on Facebook, the group Rhode Island for Ron Paul 2012. Again, on Facebook, Rhode Island for Ron Paul 2012. Also, Ron Paul is also going to Philadelphia. It's going to be a rally on Independence Mall, and that will be April 22nd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's at 1 North Independence Mall West in Philadelphia, 19106. And you can go to freedom2012.com for more information. That's freedom, P-H-R-E-E-D-O-M, 2012.com. All right, and some more news. Ron Paul is holding a fundraiser in California again. It will be with author Nassim Taleb on May 1st. May 1st fundraising reception at the home of Mark Spitznagel in Bel Air. Dr. Paul will be present to meet guests and speak. Nassim Taleb, author of The Black Swan, will speak as well. So again, that's May 1st on Tuesday, 7:30 until 9:30 p.m. This is a fundraiser, so the cost is actually $2,500 each. You can go to ronpaul2012.com for the link to purchase tickets. Again, it's $2,500, May 1st, Tuesday, 7:30 until 9:30 p.m. All right? And I also want to announce, I announced yesterday on the show that we do have a Paul Festival coming up here, planned for the weekend before the convention in Florida State Fairgrounds, August 24th until the 26th. Again, the weekend before the national convention. So you can go to paulfestival.com to get more info. Again, that's paulfestival.com. Now, some other good news. Ron Paul gets endorsed by 2 Louisiana State Republican Central Committee members. Members Paul Gopelt and Wallace Lucas. So we're racking up some more endorsements. Keep in mind, if you're in Louisiana, your district caucuses are coming up April 28th. Again, that's April 28th, Saturday, 8:30 a.m. until 12 noon. Get in contact with me if you want some more information. I do have the addresses for each district, or you can go to lagop.com. You should be able to get some more information on there. Again, that's April 28th. We need everybody to get out, get as many delegates as possible. Now, there is a new campaign ad out for Ron Paul.
Let's get this straight. We're debating between a big spending, debt ceiling raising fiscal liberal, the moon colony guy, a moderate from Massachusetts, or a Texan with a real plan to balance the budget. Get with it, people. Only one candidate will stand up for Texas. Ron Paul isn't playing games. 5 federal bureaucracies gone. $1 trillion cut year 1. Get Washington off your back. Ron Paul, big, bold Texan.
I'm Ron Paul, and I approve this message.
There's only one candidate who can make this a winning issue, and that's Rick Santorum.
I'm not going to worry too much about what Rick is saying these days. When you fall further and further behind, you get a little more animated.
The worst person to make that case is Mitt Romney. We're here today, and he's not. Quit distorting our words. If I see it, it's bull. Come on, man. What are you doing?
Santorum urged Republicans there not to vote for Mitt Romney.
Pick any other Republican in the country. He is the worst Republican in the country.
Not the campaign. This is Rick Santorum. I think everybody knows nobody puts words into my mouth. If you want a conservative as the nominee of this party, you must vote for Mitt Romney. You must vote for Mitt Romney.
Will I preserve and protect a woman's right to choose? I make an unequivocal answer. Yes.
No, I'm saying I changed my mind, and you can look at my record as governor, and you can see in my record as governor that I have consistently been pro-life.
I believe that abortion should be safe and legal in this country. I have since the time that my mom took that position when she ran in 1970 as a U.S. Senate candidate.
I will be a pro-life president.
So when I ran for office, I was effectively pro-choice. I didn't call myself pro-choice, but I said
Just like I've been a pro-life governor.
You're only allowed a certain number of flips before people begin to doubt your character. And I think Romney exhausted his quota sometime back.
Do you think a mandating people to buy insurance, is the right tool?
Brett, I don't know how many hundred times I've said this too. This is an unusual interview. All right, let's do it again.
President, would you have signed the National Defense Act as written?
yes, I would have, and I do believe that it's appropriate.
There's been another reported flip-flop by the GOP presidential frontrunner, Mitt Romney.
But Romney did a quick flip-flop on his position on the contraceptive mandate. First, he said he didn't support a Senate Republican's effort that would allow employers to deny insurance coverage based on moral object.
About an hour later, he did another interview and backtracked, saying that he actually supports the proposal by Senator Blunt.
I didn't understand his question. Of course I support the Blunt Amendment.
Is he or isn't he
Right.
for or against? These days, Romney calls himself an outsider.
I'm the only guy that hasn't spent time in Washington.
Listen to him in 2002.
I've learned from my Olympic experience that if you have people that really understand how Washington works and have personal associations there, you can get money to help build economic development opportunity.
I think people recognize that I'm not a partisan Republican, that I'm someone who is moderate and that my views are progressive.
Conservatives have hammered Mitt Romney for inconsistencies on abortion, gay marriage, and health care. But he's not alone. Newt Gingrich's been on both sides of a long list of issues, sometimes in the same week. As far back as 1993, the former speaker supported health care mandates.
I am for people, individuals, exactly like automobile insurance, individuals. I don't think right-wing social engineering is any more desirable than left-wing social engineering.
Freddie Mac paid Gingrich at least $1.6 million as a consultant.
No, you're an embarrassment to our party.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Why don't you get out before you make a bigger fool of yourself?
Ed, this is the guy that tried to get his marriage annulled, I think his second marriage, tried to get the illegal GOAT PAC contributions ignored. He was an embarrassment then, he's an embarrassment now.
Every 4 years, candidates from both parties make similar promises, but too many times, after the election is over and the confetti is swept away, all those promises fade from memory, and the lobbyists and special interests move in, people turn away, disappointed as before, left to struggle on their own. We know what's filled the void: the cynics, the lobbyists, the special interests, who've turned our government into a game only they can afford to play. They think they own this government, but we're here today to take it back. The time for that kind of politics is over. It is through. It's time to turn the page right here and right now.
I have said repeatedly that I intend to close Guantanamo, and I will follow through on that.
I will close Guantanamo.
This national poll shows that Ron Paul is the best candidate that stacks up against Obama.
Well, Ron Paul wants to take away my Social Security, so I don't like him.
He's actually the only candidate that has a real plan to save your Social Security. Not only save it, but save the purchasing power of your monthly check.
Prices have been going up a lot lately.
We need to make cuts. Bring our troops home to protect our own shores and borders and rebuild our economy. Every other Republican candidate has proposed massive spending increases, not cuts.
And you say he can beat Obama?
He's got independents and young people coming out like no other candidate. The polls also show that he attracts some Democrats. It's time we start thinking about what kind of world we want to leave for the next generation.
I can make up my own mind, Martin. I don't need a lecture.
We were brought up loving our country. That in the United States of America, we were free. And that's an attitude that we've tried to instill in our children. I met my wife in the Air Force. I was a combat pilot in Vietnam. I served in Desert Storm as a commander. When I graduated from the academy, I took the oath of office. And as a commander, I administered that oath to